Two teams who have fallen on rough times try to right the ship tonight in Hartford as Hartford Athletic plays Monterey Bay FC. Good evening, along with my comrade, Mark Donaldson. I'm Joe D'Ambrosio, and Mark, both these teams in desperate need of 3 points.
Yeah, but we know what they're both capable of, Joe, because they both started the season pretty well. All it takes is one victory for either side to build a little bit of momentum.
Last Saturday night, Hartford went on the road coming off a disappointing result against Switchbacks here. They took the trip to a place where they universally have not played well, Indy. It started off with an own goal in the third minute, and unfortunately for Athletic, it just got worse from there.
Yeah, you can't really get much worse than an own goal in the third minute, but Hartford found a way to make it worse by defending like this. Sometimes not even in the same zip code. The defense all over the place. However, Mishi Ngolina, right to the death, managed to score 10 minutes from time. No celebration from him, understandably, so it was just a consolation. But there's talent on both these two sides.
Hartford has lost 5 in a row. It's the 5th time in 6 seasons that they have hit that kind of a rough patch. And obviously, as you said, we've seen this team play better. They have to get back to what made them successful early in the year.
It's been a fair bit of chopping and changing. There's been injuries, there's been suspensions, but just find a way to get it back to what worked earlier in the season. The fact that they've conceded the first goal in each of their last 6 games played, maybe it's more about keeping the door shut at the back and then seeing if you can build from that, because they were up at the top end of the Eastern Conference towards the start of the season after those 3 wins. Since then, they've dropped to where they are now.
Yeah, only 2 points out of the 8th spot. It's the top 8 who get into the playoffs. Meanwhile, Monterey Bay winless in their last 4, scoring only 2 goals in that stretch of time. It's a beautiful night for soccer. 2 desperate teams set to kick it off here at Trinity Health Stadium.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Achievement takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
At Lux Bond & Green, we have been designing and crafting custom jewelry for decades. It's an art as much as a science, and really there's no room for error. It comes down to 100 little choices made by our own artists and experts who listen to you and create your perfect engagement ring by hand. Quality, value, and selection. Lux Bond & Green Jewelers throughout Connecticut and Massachusetts.
It is an 83-degree night here in Hartford. Hartford Athletic would like to thank the Mandel JCC of Greater Hartford, the official fitness center of Hartford Athletic. Visit mandeljcc.org to learn more. Last Fly is the leader in airport parking at Bradley International. Save 20% by pre-booking on lastfly.com. Last Fly, a proud supporter of Hartford Athletic. Welcome back. Another good crowd on hand. Let's get to the starting lineups. Hartford Athletic first. The lineup brought to you by Liberty Bank, and we'll see something a little different, my friend.
We will, yeah. Not really a focal point in attack, so an interesting front two with lots of pace. This could be a way to get at the defence of Monterey Bay. 5 at the back, but 3 centre-backs. That will allow Hodge and Buckmaster to get forward. And Epps will play in behind Galina and Beckford.
Monterey Bay ravaged by injuries up front, so Frank Yallop has had to piece this lineup together.
Yeah, 3 changes. Rebellar, Kai Green, and Jerry Ione come in. Top scorer Tristan Traeger has a rib problem. He's got 5 goals but misses out. Orendane suspended. Dawkins, Dixon, Maldonado, and Archmed. None of them are playing as well. So it's Hartford and it's Monterey Bay on a Friday night football in Hartford.
There's Henan Hibero you saw. It'll be Monterey Bay in the visiting white, taking the ball first. Hello, Friday. We are underway at Trinity Health Stadium. Just the second meeting all time between these teams. They started last season against one another, and Monterey Bay, on the strength of an Alex Dixon hat trick, was a winner by a score of 5-3. Alex Dixon, one of the wounded, he's out due to illness. They're missing their leading scorer, Tristan Traeger, and also missing Luther Archmed, who's out for the year, undergoing knee surgery. Ball played back to the captain, Kai Green. He missed last week's game due to a back injury. This is a Monterey Bay team that has been hurt by early goals on the road. In 6 road games, they've given up 5 goals in the 9th minute or earlier. Mark's keys to the game are brought to you by Hoffman.
I decided to go with the back door and for Hartford to keep it shut and for Monterey Bay to knock on it a little bit more frequently than they have been doing.
Back door was a famous establishment in Hartford.
It was indeed.
I'm sure our producer, Sir Thomas of Stanwix, might have visited once or twice. Played up ahead. This is Chase Boone, but the flag is up for offsides.
It's how you replace your top scorer. It's what you do. Chase Boone playing a bit more advanced. He'll play through the middle. Volmer Martinez on the left-hand side. It can be a 4-5-1. It can be a 4-3-3.
I think they're going to get Galina for a hold on Kai Green, captain, former Seton Hall Pirate. The goaltender, Anthony Siaha, out of Tucson.
Goaltender. You've been watching too much hockey.
Goalkeeper.
Hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs.
He has had some problems in the back line during this winless streak. Gives it away, but Buckmaster overruns the ball, and here comes the former Athletic player, number 11, Walmer Martinez. Both he and number 4, Alex Lara, have worn the blue and green in their careers. Reese Buckmaster in the starting lineup again. Played the full 90 in the loss last week at Indy. So in the 6 road games, Monterey Bay has given up goals in the 4th minute, the 7th minute. Against Memphis, they gave up an own goal in the 1st minute. And then in the 6th minute and the 9th minute, as you look at the veteran head coach, Frank Yallop, had a terrific career playing for Ipswich Town in the Premier League, Canadian National, and has established himself as a coach.
Yeah, good coach as well. A couple of MLS Cup wins back in 01 and 03. Interesting official today from Costa Rica.
This is Ricardo Montoya Araya. And throughout May, pro officials supporting the Huntington's Disease Society of America, they'll be wearing blue wristbands in honor of former referee Terry Vaughn at all MLS, USL, and NWSL games.
Yeah, he was at the World Cup in 2018. Ricardo Montero, the referee, one of 6 officials from CONCACAF. Little tug there as an obvious free kick. That's one of the easier
Try to undress him.
decisions.
The assistant referees, AR1, Justin Lopez, AR2, Christian Little, and the 4th official, Jonathan Luck, hoping he's in luck and doesn't have to listen to angry coaches all night long.
So I'm intrigued by Hartford's front four and where they're going to play. Right now in Galena, the more advanced, Jay Chapman and Marcus Epps with Deshane Beckford as well. I think it'll be a pretty fluid front four. It's all about movement today, and it's about speed. If they can get in Galena and Beckford against the two fullbacks, they might have a bit of joy.
Yeah, Epps drawing back into the starting lineup after 2 games where he came off the bench for Brendan Burke. That's Maury Donor. Maury Donor has missed minimal amount of action in his career for Monterey Bay. He's played the full 90 in 77 of their 79 games. Ball played with too much pace for Epps, and it'll be a throw-in on the east side for the Canadian Maury Donor.
I don't mind that, Joe. I think what Brendan Burke will hope for tonight is to move the ball quicker, and there was a quick pass, maximum 2 touches. It's a congested midfield area. Take a touch, pass it. Take a touch, pass it. Just overhit by Beverly. I just get a wee feeling there's something in the air tonight, and that's not any song reference or whatever. It just feels a little bit different. These Hartford players feel up for it tonight. They've started quickly.
Trinity Health of New England, proud to be the official medical provider and title partner of Hartford Athletic, always committed to providing the best healthcare experience every day for every patient. Trinity Health of New England, we see all of you, which may or may not be a good thing.
Depends what you're doing.
Exactly.
Last week at Loudon, Monterey Bay losing by 3 goals, and it wasn't a good game for Carlos Guzman, the left back who also plays as a left centre back. He's someone that Deshane Beckford might have a bit of joy in. It's those two close together right now.
10 is Baca, one of the 2 leaders on this team. They have space. Played into the box. Man is free. It's Boone. Tries to wheel. Being marked. Drops it back to Martinez. Now Guzman. One thing that you'll notice about Monterey Bay, they'll bring the backs up. Guzman's got a goal this year. Lara's got a goal this year. 13, Moby Fair. He's got 2.
Yeah, we were chatting with a colleague before the game, and there was a suggestion that Thomas Vonke-Ziel, who has played as a defensive midfielder before, might be part of a double 6 with Beverly Makingila, and that would mean Hartford switching to a back 4, and that's exactly what they've done in the early stages. And you do have the option to fall back into a 3 at the back, but Vonke-Ziel, who thankfully is back from a horrible injury, has started as a defensive midfielder today.
Played up ahead, Epps chases it down. Knocked out of bounds by Lara. So Marcus Epps, who had a nice pass to Engalina for the Hartford goal last week. No Romario Williams in the starting lineup this week. And Marlon Hairston was the last-minute scratch. Now Epps against Donor. Cross field for Buckmaster, puts it on goal. Makes the keeper, Anthony Siaha, come off his line.
I thought this was a very difficult game to price up, so I had a look at the odds. Hartford plus 100 at kickoff, Monterey Bay plus 220. Wouldn't have had this quite a discrepancy in the odds, so we'll see.
Maybe we'll have to have you be the official odds maker of Hartford Athletic.
No.
No? Not willing to take that on?
That's why bookmakers drive fancy cars. They always win.
Donor chases it down, the Canadian, as is Jay Chapman. They try to free Boone, but Buckmaster was on him. Free ball goes to Rebelar. Now, Walmer Martinez. Guzman serves it to the far post. And Hodge heads it away, where it'll be run down by Maury Donor. Epps pressures him. Oh, if that ball had cut to the middle, Engalina would have been off to the races. Racing for the throw-in against the double team. Keeps it on the far side. Jay Chapman will throw it in for Athletic.
Scottish weather for you tonight.
83, sunny. South winds. This is not Scottish weather. Come on. Please. This is beach weather, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
Epps does not like the call by the assistant referee.
I think there's a lot of good individual battles tonight to be had. And we've seen Marcus Epps, who's played central quite a bit this season, move out to the left-hand side. Engelina kind of going where the ball is as well. And Beckford against Guzman when the time comes.
Here's Epps, who's played well the last couple of weeks. Beckford in the middle. Guzman closes on him. Van Kajzeel gets a foot on it. Back to Macangila. Now Buckmaster with free space. Up ahead to Beckford. Can't get a boot on it. Almost goes out. Kept in. And it'll be a throw in. Buckmaster pointing one way. Martinez pointing the other. And for the first time tonight, Brendan Burke not agreeing with the call.
Who had 10 minutes for the first time Brendan was aggrieved by a decision going against Hartford.
Please join us in thanking founding partner, the Hartford, for educating children about fire safety with their Junior Fire Marshal program. Visit juniorfiremarshal.com to learn more. Macangila in the starting lineup for only the second time this season. Beverly started Game 3, the loss on the road against North Carolina FC, Hartford's first setback of the season. Then they beat Miami, and they haven't won since April 6th. That's 7 weeks.
You're selling it well.
Well,
you're being honest.
Just distributing the facts. This is a Monterey Bay team that hasn't tasted the sweet nectar of victory since April 20th.
I think it's a very tough call. Both teams at their best, who wins?
Guzman gives it away to Van Kajzeel. Beckford pressed. Space. Nice move. Couldn't get all the way through. Baca, the Mexican, was there. Spent 9.5 years with Cruz Azul in Liga MX.
Yeah, Cruz Azul, decent team in Liga MX. Got a lot of good players down there.
Offside is the call. What do you make of what we've seen from both these teams so far?
I think it's been interesting. 11.5 minutes gone. They've cancelled each other out in a way. What I've noticed a couple of times, both Hartford and Monterey Bay have kind of been double teaming key players on the other side, which is fine, totally understandable, but that's going to leave space for others to exploit. They haven't yet.
One thing watching the highlights of recent matches for Monterey Bay, they've gotten beat a lot on direct balls.
Yes. But Hartford have conceded quite a few goals as well over the past few seasons from set plays and scored a couple this year, so that might be one of the keys today. Just overhit a couple. That's Buckmaster. I understand and I get the idea, and thumbs up there from Shane Beckford. I think that's a good ploy from Hartford to try and target the wide areas of Monterey Bay.
This is a team that played in Virginia last Saturday and stayed east, getting to Hartford on Wednesday night and training yesterday somewhere in the greater Hartford area. Beckford plays it in the middle. Volley, save made. Marcus Epps with the volley, or rather Engelina with the volley, and Siaha had to be on watch.
That'll not be the last time tonight that a Hartford attack starts out wide and is played through or played back into the middle.
Here's Joe Farrell, was not selected last week. Ribeiro squibs that one. Martinez. Now Guzman. No score in the 14th minute. $2 beer, $1 hot dog night.
Really?
We had to drag our production team in from outside.
There would have been no coverage otherwise.
Right. Mark would have done the game. I would have run the controls. And God help us all.
Good luck to those closed captioning.
Yeah.
Z followed by an X and a W. It sounds like that. I don't know what he's saying.
I'm not sure what he's saying.
Chapman's been lively in the start of this game. We were talking earlier about set plays, and he's one of the best in the league at doing so. I think this is just a reset game for Hartford. Okay, look, we've seen what you're capable of at the start of the season. This is hypothetically what Brendan Burke might have said. The hard games are out the way. Let's see if we can reset and start again.
Here's Chase Boone at the 18, plays it square. Chapman will get to it for the blue and green. Jay running diagonally towards midfield. Epps, a one-touch back to Chapman. Beckford gives it away, trying to hit Van Kazeel. 64, Jerry Ione, local kid from Salinas, California, about 20 miles away from Seaside, where Monterey Bay calls home. Here's Boone, double-teamed in the box, and Hodge plays it up ahead to an open Epps. And Galena with space, but gave it away. Couldn't control it. Seasiders get it back.
Not a bad part of the world.
No.
Wow.
That's the big understatement of the night.
Wow. Take your sticks and go and have a hit around some of the golf courses up there. And drive down the PCH all the way.
Pacific Coast Alley. Here's the ball to Ione. Runs onto it. And tackled out of danger there. First corner of the match in the 16th minute. Jerry Ione was temporarily free.
I like their movement when they come forward, Monterey Bay. It's been Chase Boone so far, but that was the first time we've seen Jerry Ione, who's playing coming in from the right-hand side. It was a good tackle. Had to be as well by Jordan Scarlett. Might have done himself a bit of a damage. Tristan Hodge is down. 15 gone. Goalless in the first corner. Going to be taken by Martinez.
And athletic trainer Mike Diaz runs on the field. Randy's Worcester Street Pizza, the official pizza of Hartford Athletics. Stop by the stadium or call their other Connecticut locations to enjoy some of the best pizza Connecticut has to offer.
So you drop a $2 beer, $1 hot dog in your last one. This one, it's pizza. What are you trying to do to us here?
Do I have food for you? Well, how about Tom Stanwick's bringing us sliders?
White Castle.
White Castle.
Spoiled with organic, healthy goodness.
Yeah. I'm sure you ate very healthy last week at the PGA.
Food and drink in Louisville is rather good. Now, how does Hartford defend the set play after not looking great at them last week, just 2 hours up the road from Louisville in Indianapolis?
They have good size up front. Lara and Guzman will be in support of the Martinez corner kick.
Yeah, down to 10 just now, Hartford, with Tristan Hodge off getting treatment. Looks like he'll be all right, but they'll have to defend this with 10.
Far post, header, crossbar, rebound, knocked away, loose, score.
History repeats itself.
In the 18th minute.
Right. How many chances do you need to clear? First one, a mess. Second one, a mess. Third one, a mess. And Renan Ribeiro's out speaking to referee Ricardo Montero here. Let's see if he feels, the goal's given. I don't know if he's just complaining for sake of it.
Watch 7, Adrian Rebelar.
That one, no issue whatsoever with the goalkeeper. Von Kizil with the touch. No one is near Guzman. That's sloppy. That's hit against his own man. And then in eventually by Rebelar. And I don't have any issue with any of that. I'm not sure what Renan Ribeiro is complaining about.
First goal of the year for Adrian Rebelar. His 7th of his USL Championship career. So, Mark, it's a familiar theme. Once again at home, Hartford concedes first.
7th time in a row that Hartford has conceded first in the USL. But again, it's so sloppy. That clearance that hit Von Kizil was by his own player. There's composure and there's panic mode. It's difficult to be composed, but you've got to be better than that. And Brendan Burke's got to be furious. I don't know if they've worked on it this week. I would imagine that they have, defending set plays. But that's 3 bites at the cherry there that Monterey Bay has had.
So Rebelar gets the goal. And Monterey Bay scores the first goal for the 5th time this season, as you look at Marcus Epps. Here's Chapman just inside the east touchline. Hodge resets the ball for him.
I doubt you get plus 220 on Monterey Bay now on ESPN Bet.
No. Off a scramble in front. Let's see what Chapman does with this. Puts it in, and Guzman, who scored an own goal last week, heads it over the framework, so it'll be the first corner kick of the night for Athletic. And it'll be Tristan Hodge in the 20th minute. Hartford's got Engelina up there, or rather Macangila, Van Gezel playing right in front of the goal. Joe Farrell's header goes off the screen in front of the new suites down at the south goal line, so chance goes without any success for a Hartford team that is last in the league in scoring 8 goals and 8% conversion rate. Mark, that's also 24th and last.
That's a corner we've seen this season, and we will see it again from Hartford. It's a good corner. It just needs a little bit of a flick. It doesn't need much of power. Just too much from Joe Farrell, but he makes the run near post and the flick towards goal.
And Macangila called for the push in the back. Played up ahead. Boone gets turned around and back heels it over the near touchline.
For me, this is an interesting game because now the manager can say, oh, we don't have momentum, because someone's going to win it, and if they don't, then it's going to be a draw, and you can build from that. So Hartford can't say, oh, well, we didn't have momentum going into the game, because Monterey Bay hasn't had momentum either. Let's see what kind of response we get from the home side.
Lots of room for Tristan Hodge to dribble the ball upfield and then play it back for Thomas Van Gezel, the Frenchman. Now over to Hodge into the attacking third. Gets the one touch back. Epps playing on the right. And Galena in the middle. And it's Deshane Beckford on the left in the front line for Hartford.
I don't see the same urgency as they had in the first 10-15 minutes prior to the goal from Hartford. Got to keep plugging away, got to have movement, got to be options for players like Galena and Beckford.
Beckford into the box, the only one there, Rafa Baca. It'll be a deep throw in for Hartford. Jay Chapman will go to take it. Shots are 3-2 in favor of Monterey Bay. Each team with one shot on target. So I guess when you hit the woodwork, it's not considered a shot on target.
No, just a shot.
Epps set up
Offside.
Beckford, and it's offside anyways.
Good move though.
It
Much
would not
better.
have count. A better formation there. Better service.
Yeah, and just a little bit of switching it up, moving it around, trying different things as well. Just in front
of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Boone plays it back to the goal scorer, Adrian Rebelar, the Watsonville, California native. Distributes on the left for Martinez. Wide open. Here's Fair. Monterey Bay linking passes together. Lara steps up. Oh, that's a little risky. Is Siaha, who is want to take some strolls off the goal line.
Part of me wondered if he was just trying to let it go back into the box to pick it up, but of course he couldn't because it was a pass back. Deliberate.
Into the 24th minute. Nice play that time by Jordan Scarlett.
Let's see what options Beverly has.
Macangila gives it away. Horrible pass. Stolen by Martinez. Space to go on the left. Boone flanks him on the left. Gives it to him. Chase Boone. Back to Jerry Ione. Now Carlos Guzman. Far post. And the ball will sail over the goal line. Goal kick Hartford.
The problem you've got with a giveaway like that is you're asking your fullbacks to get forward. So Buckmaster's gone forward. Then the giveaway. So he's in a position where he isn't. It's not his fault because it's the fault of his teammate for giving it away, and then you've got Marcus Epps having to get back. So one poor pass affects 3 or 4 of your teammates.
Chapman in the middle. Hartford forming up nicely. Buckmaster. Chapman with the sense to tip it back to Macangila. Now Van Kazil. Up on the left, Engalina. Michi. 2 goals on the season. In the middle, Chapman. One times it and just gets it wide.
This is better from Hartford. So when they've got possession, they're playing 3 in attack, and Deshane Beckford doing really well there and cutting it back. Jay Chapman's going to be key. They're trying to confuse the Monterey Bay defense by constantly having movement. That's much better. We're calling for more movement just after the goal because there were a lack of options. That was better there. As long as you can see continual opportunities and chances, then hopefully it will come from a Hartford perspective. Better, despite the end product not being there.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank Nuovo Pasta for supporting our Goals for Meal program. For every Hartford Athletic goal scored this year, Nuovo Pasta will donate meals to help the fight against food insecurity in our community. 1-0 Monterey Bay on the Rebellar goal. Off the corner kick in the 18th minute. Not directly off the corner, but Hartford couldn't clear after a shot hit the crossbar. Seems like most of the game lately has been, that's a handball too, right? Looked like Chapman hit it with the hand and he fouled. Double whammy. Last week, Hartford had 12 shots in the loss at Indy. That's Indy. That's the most they had in 4 weeks. So the offense was a little more aggressive, but only able to get the Engalina goal in the 80th minute, by which time the barn door had been closed and the horses were sleeping. Hartford pressing the back 4, forcing a turnover, but Hodge couldn't control. There's Donor way up to play it upfield. Jordan Scarlett, tonight's captain, will get there first. Macangila gets there in front of Robillard. This is a Monterey Bay team that's tied for 8th in goals scored and 15th in goals against, having conceded 15. One thing that Frankie Allop said when I had a chance to talk to him yesterday was the key to wins on the road is a clean sheet. Here's danger. Martinez plays it through.
Offside.
Flag is up.
It was a bit of a mess at the back from Hartford. I'm just looking at the formation that they're playing right now. They basically got 2 right-footers at centre-back. So Von Kizil's played most of the season, and he's been the left-footed left centre-back. And it's been a bit more comfortable than it looks right now. By moving him into a more central player, where he's played before, alongside Macangila, there has to be more quality coming from those 2 as far as distribution is concerned.
Chapman looking for options. He's got Epps, gives it to Marcus. Epps with a nice move to get to the 18. Sends it to the far post. It'll be Beckford getting there first. 1v1 with Maury Donor. Beckford trying to work some magic. Nice dribbling. Gets free into the box, but Moby Fair was there to knock it over the end line for a second quarter of the night for Athletic here as we play in the 28th minute. And it'll be Chapman to take it. Hartford has scored on 1 corner this year, and they've also scored on 1 direct kick. That was Chapman. The other 6 goals, 1 a penalty kick and 5 in the run of play.
Watch Joe Farrell here, number 15, and see if he runs near post to try and flick this on. Yes, he does.
In swinger. Nice job by Siaha to anticipate and come off the line.
I quickly realized that the furthest Monterey Bay teammate upfield was 20 yards from the goal line, basically 3 yards in front of him.
Rebellar with Farrell. Farrell, and Hibero had to head it out of danger for a corner. Not the best decision by Mr. Farrell there.
So I'll make the suggestion that Monterey Bay is good enough not to need gifts. That's when you play some samba soccer on the beaches in Brazil, and you have to do things like that helps you get yourself and your team out of trouble.
Here's Henan Ribeiro, who had 9 saves last week against the 13 shots on target by Indy 11.
Well, you know what happened with the first corner kick for Monterey Bay in this game? It was awful defending and it led to a goal.
Once again, Walmer Martinez will put it into play from the left of Henan Ribeiro. Nice in-swinger, headed out by Scarlett. And it'll be a Hartford throw-in from the west sideline.
Okay, I'll tell you what I don't like there. I don't like the fact that they've got a player on the Hartford goalkeeper and Hartford doesn't have any help for their own goalkeeper. We've seen that in the Premier League, seen that in La Liga, a lot of leagues. The key thing is, don't allow an attacker to dictate what happens to the goalkeeper.
Angelina does a good job to get possession, but Michi is down. Brendan Burke wanting a red card. The official, Ricardo Montoya Araya, has not officiated in this country.
In USL or Major League Soccer.
Or Major League Soccer, right?
Yeah, he's refereed League's Cup. There's this really noisy train that's going really slowly behind. If you're wondering what the noise is, it's not the start of Brass Bonanza yet. That's kept for any Hartford goals. Just a train driver wanting national television exposure.
Congratulations, he's got it. 31st minute here at Trinity Health Stadium. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Lux Bond and Green, jewelers since 1898, celebrating life's special moments. Hartford would like to have a special moment, a.k.a. a goal. Here's Reese Buckmaster. Too far for Chapman. Too much spice on that one, so it'll be a goal kick.
See? Ask and ye shall receive. It's very difficult to see. Oh, there's a train behind and there's no pictures. That's why we have the crew that we have, and we managed to get the train going by rather slowly. Friday night, Memorial Day weekend. I wonder where it's heading. I wonder what it's dropping off.
Siaha taking his time. That's a good question. I'm trying to come up with something clever, and I can't. Which is,
it's going the wrong way for the beach. If it was going the other way, it might
I'm not taking the train to the shoreline when it's over, I can tell you that. Green over the top. Knock it away. Buckmaster controls. Epps. Guzman plays it up ahead to Revelar. Cuts in, gets held. Foul on Macangila.
Yeah, Buckmaster's taking a knock. He's hobbling back to his right back position. He should be okay though.
Far side Donor. Plays the ball back to Lara. Stolen by Van Kazeel. Here's Michi and Galena into the box.
Oh!
Michi and Galena somersaults. Cue up Brass Bonanza. We're even at 1.
A night of gymnastics at Trinity Health Stadium as Engelina's backflips are followed by Beckford doing the same. It doesn't matter how it ends up in the back of the net. The deflection of Kai Green and goalkeeper Siaha with no chance. We're level. And the train has just about turned to see what all the noise is.
So we'll see how it's scored. It did go in off of Lara.
That's an interesting one. It depends if the initial shot was headed on target, and unless you've got a camera behind the goal, it's hard to say. Look, I always think in something like this, Kai Green or whichever defender has no interest in claiming the goal.
Right.
But if it's going on target, then I think we give that to Michi Engelina.
If it is Michi, it's his third, second in as many weeks, and we're square at 1. Here in the 34th minute. Boone in the corner. Buckmaster battling. Boone regains control. Puts it into the box. Cleared out.
They're asking for a penalty. The referee's not interested, and now Hartford on the attack.
It is Engalina credited with the goal. Here he comes again. Dummies it through. Van Kezeel can't get there. Van Kezeel gets an assist. Thomas's first point in the Hartford Athletic uniform. Back comes Monterey Bay. Here's Martinez. Gets it knocked away. Mackin-Gielison sprawling by Rebelar.
Yeah, I think the referee's going to get called over because one of the staff members at Monterey Bay was being a little mouthy. Thought there should have been a penalty and made his point.
Ramiro Corrales, who played for Frank Yallop, gets the yellow.
Yeah, the assistant coach, the fourth official saying, look, I've got no choice. That was beyond the boundaries.
Of course, Hartford, without Joe Santos, got a red card last week in the 90th minute at Indy. So he is sitting this one out. Tonight's WTNH youth soccer teams in the match: Hamden Soccer Association and Manchester Soccer Club. We're all even at 1. Here in the 36th minute, Rebelar off a corner. Engalina off a nice long feed from Thomas Van Kezeel.
Watching the recent home games as we have been while we've been commentating, do you just get the feeling that Hartford were due a bit of luck?
Yes. Jody Ambrosio, Mark Donaldson. Hartford on the attack again. Shot on goal, parried out. That might have taken Siaha by a little bit of surprise, but he was quick with the dive and the parry out of trouble.
That's good from Beverly, much better. He's had a quiet start to this season, but that's what you want from your defensive midfielder. But then again, just a couple of seconds ago, Deshane Beckford, you're going to get joy. If you've got the pace and ability he has, you're going to get joy. And it's up to Frank Yallop's team to come up with a way of stopping him. Good game so far.
Yeah, very entertaining. Crowd appreciating it. Bad giveaway. Chapman can't control. Guzman. Way too far. Played out of danger. Offside flag is up. Engalina way offside that time. Played up ahead. Chase Boone. Plays the ball back. Rebelar back to Boone. Open on the near touchline. Watched by Scarlett. Sends it in. Ribeiro off the line to quickly restart. Here's Beckford with room. Can he win the race? Wow. Here's Deshane. Gets sent flying by Lara. So that's a dangerous spot for Hartford to take a direct from, and I'm sure Jake Chapman will saunter over there to take it.
Great challenge. Super tackle by Alex Lara, because if he doesn't time this perfectly, then he gives away a free kick, and he's also in the book.
Throw in, as you saw. No foul called because of the good tackle by the former Hartford Athletic defender. Played here at 20 and 21, 29 matches, 2 goals. Beckford converged on quickly, so they drop it back to Chapman. Hartford finding a lot of open space, Mark.
When you don't play with a number 9, I think it's kind of smart from Brendan Burke just to change things, because it's the first time they've really played without either Williams or Dieng leading the line. It's tough for the defense, and you don't really need a 10 to play into the hole. It helps, but if you're playing wide and coming in like Hartford have been doing, it's very difficult to defend because the centre-backs don't really know what to do.
Not pressing at midfield is a giveaway. They try to play it through to Boone. Farrell knocked it away momentarily, but Rafa Baca gets it back. Now back to Guzman. Left to Martinez. Tied at 1. Here at Trinity Health Stadium, Hartford winless or loses of 5 in a row, and Monterey Bay winless in 4, 0-3-1. Now Martinez up ahead to Boone, has space, the chip. Ribeiro feels it at the 6, and quickly the restart. That's obviously a plan tonight, but it was a bad throw. Take it away.
Been a high boot there, but not close enough proximity. I'm going to back the goalkeeper. I thought it was a decent enough throw, but I thought Beckford should have done more than just wait for it.
Martinez, marked by Scarlett, hits the turf. Hartford throw-in. Good defense by tonight's captain, Jordan Scarlett.
I've also been impressed by the referee. And this is a referee that referees in the top flight in Costa Rica. Some decent players playing there. He was at the World Cup, albeit just as a fourth official back in 2018, but he's let the play go and he's been good so far. Ricardo Montero.
Baca. Fair was covered, got away from Engalina. Plays it up on the right. Moridano tripped by Hodge, who doesn't believe it. So it'll be a direct midway through the edge of the box and the touchline.
Kind of similar to a corner kick delivery for Hartford to defend, and something that Monterey Bay, having watched and done their homework on Hartford and at times an inability to defend, it's decision making from Tristan. Don't dive in. You don't need to make that challenge. Just follow him. See where he goes. Just try and block the shot. But don't give him a free attempt to get the ball in when you struggle to defend set plays.
It'll be Walmer Martinez to initiate the direct. Buckmaster, a one-man wall. Good ball, right to Hibera.
What a difference having a commanding goalkeeper whose first thought when catching the ball is, can I throw it to anybody? Makes a difference having strength in behind you.
Tied at 1, 41st minute. Hartford Athletic would like to thank our founding partner, Travelers. Thanks to Travelers, presenting partner of our community ticket program. Children from underserved communities throughout Greater Hartford can come to the matches free of charge. Nice event here on Tuesday, the STEM Soccer Education Day. Some 3,000 youngsters out of 21 schools were here, and they watched Athletic win a friendly over the Long Island Rough Riders, 2-1.
Been impressed by the movement of Chase Boone in this game. He's played through the middle, playing wide left there. A lot of energy. Whether he can last for 90 minutes in this heat, I'm not sure.
Hodge plays it up ahead.
It's not exactly cold in the Monterey Peninsula.
No, exactly.
But it's sapping. Even the fittest players. It's tough. That's why your conditioning's important.
Exactly. Slowly. Now Epps looking for runners. It's Van Kizil. Good tackle by Kai Green. Played over the near touchline where Reese Buckmaster gets it into Epps. He's pressure.
Sorry, Joe. Thomas playing a little bit more advanced now in that midfield role. Thomas Van Kizil.
Well, he's played midfield in the league in the past, but
he has. But he started the game as a holder in front of the defence. He's probably playing 5 or 10 yards further forward from where he was in the first 20 minutes of this game, and I think it's helped Hartford.
Scarlett pushing up. Jordan plays it through. And it'll be another corner for Hartford here in the 43rd minute.
I like that ball.
Their third of the match.
I like balls into the channel, but balls where defenders can't leave it. They don't know what's around them. They've got too little time to react. You've got to just put the foot through it. Sometimes you put your foot through it and you get an own goal. And, of course, Monterey Bay scored an own goal last week through Carlos Guzman to give Loudon a 3-0 win.
Since the Rebel R goal, Hartford has controlled the run of play.
They have.
Hodge to trigger from the left.
Right, the usual Scarlet. Joe Farrell, is he going to come near post? He's going to try.
Buckmaster gets a head on it. Second ball. Chapman controls. Resets. Pressured by Jerry Ion. Joined the team in mid-April.
Good.
Nice ball up ahead. Here's Reese Buckmaster. Plays it through. Back to Epps. Dribbling. Puts a shot off. Had no angle. Shot it wide. But it'll be another corner for Hartford.
I want to see Epps take that first time. I know what he's trying to do. Take a touch. Try and create space. Too many white jerseys there. Hit that first time. I think you've got a better opportunity. Not saying you're going to score. So when it's laid back there, hit it. Far post.
Nice touchback by Scarlett.
So now, that touch brings another defender there, and you've got a defender on you, and you've got a goalkeeper. Hit it first time. It's a well-worked move. Corner now.
Here's Hodge. Second quarter in about 30 seconds. This one not as proficient, and Chapman will have to run it down. Tied at 1. Rebelar for Monterey Bay. Michi and Galena for Hartford. Hodge, who was coming off the corner kick, goes down, and Brendan Burke either signaling touchdown or unhappiness with the call or lack thereof.
Yeah, well, the referee didn't indicate advantage, so that suggests he didn't think it was a free kick. It's a good spell of play this for Hartford just before halftime.
Since the early part of the season, one of their better stretches of controlled play here at Trinity Health. Halftime, we'll play our conversation with Romario Williams. Do news and notes in the league. And Galena quadruple teamed and loses it. Played up ahead, Chase Boone. Scarlett with the eye on him. Boone plays it back to Fair, back to Boone. Triple team. And all they can do is knock it over the near touchline. It'll be a Hartford throw-in.
It's going back to a comment you've just made about quadruple teamed. If you've got 4 players on a key Hartford player, have someone playing a bit closer to him, because there's going to be space.
Bricknell Vineyard stoppage time. 2 minutes of stoppage time. In case you didn't believe me, we'll show you video evidence. Epps, that's all he could do with that throw, was knock it over the touchline. Baca. Played back, Van Gazil. Send it back to Ribeiro. Plays it up ahead for Beckford, too far. Lara keeps the advantage to the Seasiders. Now Donor in position to send one in. Doesn't get all of it. It's cleared out of danger by Athletic. Here's a race for the ball. Lara, as Siaha comes out first. Every time I see a goalie in yellow comes out, I think about that goal that Beckford scored here against Miami when the keeper got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Now Epps turns on the Jets. Here's Marcus. Sends it across. Sliding play made by Moby Fair to knock it away. But a good run of play for Hartford here.
I want to go back to that Epps chance. He's beaten his man. He's taken a couple of touches. He can take another one. He doesn't have anything in front of him. Get the goalkeeper to come to you. It's all about being aware, and I just felt he played that pass. He could have had one more touch, maybe 2 more touches. It's about decision making, because he did so well in the first place to turn his man.
Rebelar. Cross field. Here's Lara pressing up. Into stoppage time. Tied at 1, late first half. Donor plays back to Lara. Now here's Guzman. And that'll do it. We're at halftime. An evenly played first half. Monterey Bay better at the start. They got the goal from Adrian Rebelar in the 18th minute. But then Hartford took over, and 15 minutes later, Michi and Galena from Thomas Van Kezeel. And that's where we stand, tied at 1 here at Trinity Health Stadium. Our halftime activities coming up next. You're watching USL Championship on ESPN+, MyTV9, and WTNH.com.
Our students are looking to stand out, not blend in, which is a good thing considering the 8-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. USJ's academic experience is built on dynamic learning opportunities that extend into labs, internships, and collaboration with faculty, and are designed to both challenge and support students in their professional development. So if you're looking for an education that will help you make your mark in the world, visit usj.edu.
If anyone thinks cancer is going to define you, they've got another thing coming. We know you are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
Achievement, It takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
Embrace the laid-back charm of island life while sinking your toes in the sand and discovering real, authentic Florida in the Bradenton area. Unspoiled beauty and pristine beaches, a vibrant waterfront downtown energized by local arts and culture, fresh Floridian cuisine with a flourish of rich history, and friendly locals ready to welcome you to this preserved paradise on Florida's Gulf Coast. Plan your visit today at BradentonGulfIslands.com.
Tied at 1 at the half. Hartford with some chances. Anthony Siaha had to be active.
Yeah, but these chances are all starting and originating in wide areas. Then this was just a mess. I don't know what's going on. It's a cat on a hot tin roof. And it's like last week at Indy. They just cannot clear it. You've got a chance here. Thumps it against his own man. It's Scarlett against Von Keziel. What chance have you got? Falls nicely. And Revelar pokes home. But then the deflection. And you know what? The way Hartford played in that first half and the way that they bounced back, they deserved that equalizer. I really enjoyed that first half, and who knows what's going to happen in the second 45.
Shots 7-3 in favor of Hartford. Shots on target 2-1 in favor of Hartford. The only yellow card issued to the assistant coach of Monterey Bay, Ramiro Corrales. We'll come back with news and notes in our conversation with Romario Williams. Tied at 1 here at the half at Trinity Health Stadium.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Traeger up over the top. Tristan Traeger. It's in. Opportunity here. The hits and a goal.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
Take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2.
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes when we walk past. Running every night, won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky, got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized healthcare that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Next Saturday night, the initial Route 6 Derby is expansion. Rhode Island FC makes the short trip to Trinity Health to play Athletic. Tickets available, hartfordathletic.com/tickets. Let's check out USL news and notes. 3 teams in the U.S. Open quarterfinals. Only one with a home game will be Sacramento. Coaching change in El Paso. Wilmer Cabrera comes back in the league, replacing Brian Clairhaud. And a new expansion team in League One, Alta FC, will play at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Earlier this season, Mark and I had a chance to talk to one of the newest Hartford Athletic attackers. Romario Williams with us. Scored the first goal of the season on a penalty kick. How did that feel?
It felt great. It felt great, honestly. Obviously, it was, a tough environment to go in and play, given a slight altitude, nothing crazy, but El Paso is a good team, a lot of new faces just like ourselves, so it was important to start the season strong, come away with maximum points, and to get on the score sheet was a great feeling.
In your career, you've had great success from the spot. What's your secret to success? Not wanting to give anything away to the opposition.
Right. I think it just comes to confidence. It's not just myself. We have a lot of guys on this team who are capable of executing from the spot. So just being able to, be in that position and just, stare the goalkeeper down and just try to pick your spot.
And it worked.
There's actually a story. Callum Wilson, who plays for Newcastle, practices penalties from 13 yards, not 12.
Not 12.
Because when he plays in a game and takes a penalty, the goals look bigger to him. So just a little thing if you maybe want to take that.
I do take a PK or two every day after practice.
And you take it well as well. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of people don't like to practice those stuff, but the goalkeepers, they'll tell you I'm practicing a PK or two every single day after practice, because at the end of the day, that's the game.
Right.
Sometimes the games come down to a PK, and obviously like in the Open Cup, it's a cup game where the game could potentially go the distance and you're going to need PK. So it's always good to get those reps in and have that confidence.
There was a reason I mentioned Newcastle there, because Miggy Almiron, former teammate of yours at Atlanta, right. Joseph Martinez as well, when you won the MLS Cup in 2018. Playing with them, having that experience, what can you bring to some of the younger players at this football club to help them?
Just being a pro. Being somebody that, when, the younger guys see me out there on the field, whether it's practice or a game, they can look at me and say, this guy takes it seriously. He's 10 years in and he's still as hungry as ever. You know what I mean? And that's something that I noticed with those guys. They didn't settle for the success that they had. Every single day they came in, whether it was practice or games. Especially Joseph, he was hungry. And I tell people all the time, like with Joseph, we would tie a game 3-3 and he would have a hat trick, but he's pissed because not only does he want to score, but he wants to win more than anything else. And I think having that winning mentality, you can see it, which is why he was so successful from a personal standpoint. He always wants to win everything, and there's a burning desire to be great, to be good, constantly, week in, week out, consistency. So I think that's something that I learned from both of those guys, Miguel as well, and you can see the success he's having right now at Newcastle, So, yeah, I think, just seeing that from those guys and trying to implement that into my own preparation and, bringing it onto the practice field and obviously games each and every week, hopefully that's something guys can lean on.
What was it about Hartford that attracted you here?
Well, other than being familiar with the city, right. and having a lot of, I'd say, family friends here and immediate family as well, I'd say Brendan. I think the answer is that simple.
Yeah.
To be honest, the minute I found out that he was coming here, and the first conversation we had, it was a no-brainer. It's something that I genuinely, truly wanted to be a part of. And obviously I missed out on the opportunity to work with him in Colorado because he was the one who signed me and brought me there. But then he moved out to Houston. So, having that chance and the opportunity to work with him was something that sparked my interest, and here I am.
I thought you were going to say food, because East Hartford's got some good Jamaican beef patties.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Jamaican spots around the city for sure.
All right, and last thing, do you have any dirt on Deshane that you can share with us for a family audience?
Now, bearing in mind, we've still to speak to him. So
I wish. I wish.
BFFs?
BFFs.
You tried, Joe.
BFFs.
I tried. BFFs. Maybe Deshane will be a little more forthcoming. Romario, thanks. We appreciate it.
I'm not so sure.
If anyone thinks cancer is going to define you, they've got another thing coming. We know you are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
Achievement takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
Our students are looking to stand out, not blend in, which is a good thing considering the 8-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. USJ's academic experience is built on dynamic learning opportunities that extend into labs, internships, and collaboration with faculty, and are designed to both challenge and support students in their professional development. So if you're looking for an education that will help you make your mark in the world, visit usj.edu.
Teams making their way back onto the pitch. Deadlocked at 1. Shots have been corrected to 8-3 in favor of Hartford. LDI Connect, proud partner of Hartford Athletic. With over 20 years of experience, LDI Connect is a leading independent provider of office technology solutions. Visit myldi.com for more information. So, Professor, what would you do differently for both these teams in the second half?
Turn the temperature down. It's too hot. I'm Scottish. What would I do differently for both these two teams? I'm not surprised there's no changes. Both right now will feel this is a very winnable game, and both will feel that they have players on the bench that they can turn to should they require. You and I were just speaking off air during the commercials there. Maybe a little bit more creativity for Hartford. They do have the option of having a number 9 there and bringing on either Romario Williams or Mamadou Dieng, and maybe taking off a defensive midfielder if they're going to either go for it if they find themselves behind or they want to push for a winner. Frank Yallop, I mean, look, he's without his top scorer. He's made 3 changes tonight. He's without a lot of players through injury. I think they've done well, but the effort put in by Chase Boone, if he can give that for 90, then they've got a right chance of going back to the West Coast with all 3 points.
They've scored 13 goals of the year. 6 of them are not here. 5 by Tristan Traeger, 1 by the former Hartford Athletic frontman Alex Dixon, as we are underway. Second half on this beautiful evening. Here's Mackengiela stepping up. As Mark said, no changes for either side. Jordan Scarlett gets set flying by Chase Boone. It was a relatively foul-free first half. Only 9 fouls called by Ricardo Montoya Araya.
And that was just Chase Boone a little bit slow in coming back, flagged for offside, and I'm sure if he hadn't been, he would have been pegged for the foul.
And Galena with his back to Lara. Donor comes back for the double team. And the ball goes off Michi over the near touchline. So it'll be a throw in for Monterey Bay. In this losing streak, this winless streak, home losses to Orange County, or rather to Indy 11 and Memphis, they drew against. Lost last week, did not play well against Loudoun United.
Yeah, they were poor, weren't they? They were really good at the start of the season in the games that they won. They had a lot of fluency, but they've been decimated by injuries and suspensions.
In Hartford's 5-game losing streak, they had 1 goal in the last 327 minutes, but that's changed with the N. Galena goal. Giveaway by Hartford. Here comes Chase Boone. He's been very active in the first half as Hodge catches up with him, overlapping on the right. Maury Donor, but instead given away by Jerry Ione. Beckford can't control. Good job by Fair.
Didn't go out.
Now Ione. Plays it in the middle to Boone. Off to the goal scorer, Rebelar. Donor kicks it off a Hodge.
Just watching Brendan Burke there. He kept his hand up right until the ball went out of play. He was adamant that ball went out. From up here, and certainly from the fourth official's point of view right in front of it and the assistant, I don't think it did.
Third corner kick of the match for the visitors from Seaside, California. It'll be Walmer Martinez with the left-footed in-swinger. Goes far post. It never hits the field of play, so look at Ribeiro hustle to get the ball, to put the ball back in play. That's been a theme for Hartford all night. Get the restarts going quickly.
It's fascinating keeping an eye on the two coaches here. Brendan Burke, who was frustrated that he felt the ball had gone out that led to the corner, and Frank Yallop, who maybe 20 years ago would have been livid that that ball went straight out, but now just, okay, fine, sat back in his chair, and there'll be another opportunity. You mellow when you get older, but still, the passion never leaves you.
Joe Farrell beaten to the ball by Boone. Now Donor sends it towards Ribeiro, who easily makes the midsection catch and quickly punts it up the right side to Marcus Epps. Now Engelina tries to turn the corner on Green and can't.
Kind of stumbled in installments there. There's a couple of challenges that Brendan Burke felt were free kicks, but Hartford have possession back.
Easy to identify Epps with those lime green cleats.
Boots. I hate that word, cleats. I understand it totally, but
yeah, it's boots. It's boots. Now Chapman.
Cleats over here.
Van Kizil, who set up the Engelina goal. Thomas hits the pitch after the pass cross field to Scarlett. Engelina, the back heel, headed out of there by Lara. Here's Van Kizil trying to control, trying to time it. Here's a shot and a goal! Deshane Beckford gives Hartford their first lead of the night.
Into the arms of his coach. Made in France and finished in the Congo. Hartford ahead. And they've turned it around. That's why Thomas Von Kazier's playing in there tonight. Up, shoot now, nope, shoot now, nope. Little pass, really smart, goalkeeper out of it. That is a really, really good goal for Hartford. Smiles all round, and I love the fact they all came over to celebrate together. That is so good from Von Kaziel, and what a cool and calm and composed finish by Deshane Beckford. Friday night with some brass bonanza. It's like the Whalers are playing playoff hockey.
Oh, up in musical heaven, Jack Say, the author of Brass Bonanza, smiling. So the second assist of the night for Von Kaziel, as you look at some of the supporters, liking what they see. For Deshane Beckford, his second goal of the season. So Hartford, that's their first lead in a long, long time. So the home squad with a 2-1 lead. Don't miss our next home match, Saturday, June 1st at 7 o'clock against the newest rivals, the Route 6 Derby against Rhode Island FC. Visit hartfordathletic.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
You went there with the Route 6 Derby. I like that.
Because you got to create rivalries.
We had the season ticket event at the start of the season. We're trying to create a Derby nickname, a rivalry nickname for it. But hey, if you want to go Route 6 Derby, I'll take that. There isn't really a highway that goes direct from Hartford to Rhode Island, though, is there? Because 84 goes up past Stores where Yukon play and joins the Mass Turnpike.
Yep. So now Monterey chasing a goal. Von Kaziel, who's at his best night, for Athletic. In the middle. Galena's been having his jersey tugged all night by Kai Green. Buckmaster plays it through for Chapman. Attacking in, and Siaha dives to corral the ball.
Good stuff from Hartford. It really is. Quick passing. Get it wide. Get it in behind. Get it in.
Danny Barrera going to warm up. The former captain, the all-time leader in every category for the blue and green.
And one of the nicest people you could ever meet, Danny Barrera.
Donor to Lara. Goes down, no foul called.
Give credit to the referees. Allowed play to continue a lot tonight. You said at halftime, what, only 9 fouls in the first half or
That's
something?
right.
I think he's been really good.
No yellows to players. Match under control. Here's Carlos Guzman.
Not been a dirty game either.
Nope. Jerry Ione for Monterey Bay. Up ahead on the overlap. Here's Donor. Twists Hodge around. Sends it towards the box. Chested down. Oh. Players go sprawling.
That could easily have been a penalty. He's given a corner. A couple of things about this. Tristan Hodge was daydreaming. He should have been more in position down the left-hand side. Vonke Ziel's appealing for a handball. Monterey Bay's appealing for a penalty. This replay is going to be really interesting. So Ribeiro comes out. Any contact with the ball.
If there was VAR, it might be a little different decision as the injured player.
Yeah, this is worth a
Still
second
down
look.
on the pitch.
I think the first look was probably the best. If there's no touch from the goalkeeper and he gets the man, referee stuck by it. He's like corner kick. He's not changing his mind. It's so hard to say. If he's missed the ball and made contact with the opposition player, then it should be a penalty. If he's got something on the ball that the referee has seen, then the corner.
It was Carlos Guzman who was upended.
Look, it's not. It's like a player saying, "I won the ball, referee." Yeah, but it's how you win the ball. If you're in a dangerous position.
Let's get another look at the mayhem inside the 18-yard box.
Is there contact?
Actually, it was Martinez.
Definitely contact. He slammed him with the right elbow. However, there's a case for him touching the ball. Anyway, we can debate that. Depends the color of your scarf.
Headed out of danger by Scarlett. Ione can't trap it. Takes Vonke Ziel down. Hartford will counter.
That should be a yellow. Now,
Hartford gets the yellow.
Joe Farrell's gone into the book here. Joe Farrell's quite right. It's how you approach the referee. I've just said the referee up until that point has had a good game. You could argue he maybe should have given a penalty. Hartford have got a 3-on-1 attack. Vonke Ziel isn't fouled. He's got 2 players attacking and everybody's forward for Monterey Bay. No wonder Joe Farrell is raging here. That is as stonewall a yellow card as you're likely to get for the Monterey Bay player. It's a really smart foul. It's a sensible foul. You take one for the team, okay? There's the challenge that's made by Jerry Ione. You can't say you've won the ball when you don't win the ball. It's a foul, and if it's a foul, it's a yellow card. It's a smart foul. Now, because he's approached the referee like that, the referee doesn't like it, and he goes into the book. Hartford are hard done by there.
4th yellow of the year on Joe Farrell. The Fix is Connecticut's premier standalone IV vitamin therapy boutique, offering customized intravenous vitamin infusions and intramuscular vitamin injections that maximize health, performance, and recovery, with all services administered by licensed registered nurses. Located in West Hartford Center, visit thefixivtherapy.com and find out more. Along with Mark Donaldson, I'm Joe D'Ambrosio. Michi and Galena in the 33rd minute. DeShane Beckford in the 50th. Hartford has come from behind and take a 2-1 lead. Looking to avenge last year's loss at Cardinale Stadium by a 5-3 score. Room to run in the middle of the field. Maury Donor headed out of danger by Jordan Scarlett. Chapman gets there first. Long ball upfield, and Galena could not turn Green around. And then Michi knocks down Lara, and Brendan Burke again at wit's end. Not standing though, sitting and raising his arms so as to not draw attention.
It's a case of
Mr. Araya.
Case of amnesia. You've just got to forget what's happened before, because if you let it fester, you can forget to do what you're meant to do. One of the players. To be honest, I don't even think Joe Farrell approached the referee in an angry nature. It just, different parts of the world have different ways that you can approach the referee. He's not the captain, so maybe the referee felt it was in an aggressive way. He goes into the book. The referee got that one wrong because it should have been a yellow card. But we move on. There's no point in complaining about something that's happened 3 minutes ago.
Baca tried to get Ione. Tristan Hodge taking his time. Retrieving the ball here in the 58th minute. Hartford looking to break the 5-game winless streak, or losing streak. And trying to get their 4th win of the season, which would equal last year's total. Good ball by Beckford to Epps. Plays it up ahead towards Galeno, who's wearing green on his back, besides his shirt. Kai Green. Here's Beckford with space for Epps in the middle. Kind of slipped when he shot it and then headed back. And we've got a player down, and they're immediately calling for the head athletic trainer.
I hope he's okay.
Dr. Jessica Bendetti.
And hopefully we can go to the wide shot, because that doesn't look good. So here's the replay. By the way, this might not seem much as far as the end product is concerned. That, for me, was one of Hartford's best moves of the season.
Yep.
Because it was swift, it was quick, it was one touch where necessary, maximum 2 touches where possible. Thankfully, Kai Green's back on his feet. It was switched to the right-hand side, it was played through, and then it was a continuation of a run by Marcus Epps.
Kai Green missed last week with a back injury, and he took that flush on the side of his face.
It was a really good move from Hartford. I just hope at the end of this game, because too often we seem to be speaking about officials after matches and whatever. I hope at the end of this game we're talking about, by the way, that was a really well-deserved win for X or Y, or what a good draw that was, and we're not talking about that decision. Because Monterey Bay fans and staff members watching this on ESPN Plus will have seen the 3 replays we showed. They'll have felt that they should have had a penalty when the corner wasn't cleared. And then you've got the Hartford booking, which we felt was erroneous. Certainly the Monterey Bay player wasn't booked. So the bottom line is, it's tough to be a referee, because you're asking them to be perfect every single game.
Pretty move by Chapman to free Epps. Beckford cuts around Lara.
It's a yellow.
And that's a yellow. 3rd of the year on Alex Lara. They're in the 61st minute.
Yeah, they can't compete with Deshane Beckford.
Flourish Catering, proud to fuel Hartford Athletic with our heart-healthy, delicious food. Let us do the same for you and your team. Order online at flourishhartford.com or visit them at 72 New Park Avenue in Hartford. So the first yellow of the night on a player for Monterey Bay. Assistant coach Ramiro Corrales was booked earlier. So Chapman will trigger the direct. Or will it be Hodge? It's Chapman looking for Epps. Goes in the box.
Corner.
And it's another corner for Hartford, their 5th of the night.
We spent some time this week. We're doing some interviews for shows coming up. We spent some time with Jay Chapman, who was speaking about free kicks and set plays and delivering and staying back after training and practicing them. Joe Farrell's basically said to Macangila here, you go back the way, you stay back with Beckford, and the big boys from the back have gone forward for this Hartford corner.
Both Vanke Zeal and Epps trying to shield Ziaha. Now the referee steps in and says, let's Simmer down, lads.
Yeah, they're doing it from an offensive corner. They weren't doing it in the first half from a defensive corner.
Jordan Scarlett there as well.
Good atmosphere tonight, Joe.
Yeah. The fans have stuck by this team through hell or high water. So here's Chapman from the far corner, the northeast corner of the pitch. Headed up in the air and over the goal.
It's that corner again. It's the near post one for Farrell, looking for the back flick to take it towards the back post. Again, just too much on it.
Monterey Bay chasing a goal after getting out to a lead. Good play by Chapman. Took it away by Baca. Now Beckford for Engalina. Cleared off the 18 and over the near touchline. Carlos Guzman there to prevent Engalina from getting the pass. After Monterey Bay took the lead, Hartford has pretty much dictated tempo, dictated play. Shots are now 10-3 in favor of Athletic.
We've seen games this season where the opposition's best opportunity of scoring has been when Hartford has had the ball. Doesn't feel like that tonight.
Sixth corner of the night for Hartford. Chapman, or rather Hodge this time, will jog over there.
So far, they've been more careful in possession of the ball tonight, Hartford. That's been one of the main improvements we've seen over the past few weeks.
Tristan Hodge is 99th USL appearance tonight. Puts it in. Goalie came out, grabbed the goal. The goal post shook the goal. It's the NBA, they call basket interference on it. There's a foul on the far side, and it'll be Hartford direct.
Yeah, this might be an interesting replay, because in hockey, when the goal comes off its standings, they stop the play.
Rebelar commits the foul.
Good delivery near post. They've aimed at Vonke Zeal, and wow, just needed someone there. And I think Buckmaster was in.
Almost. Direct for Hartford from the east touchline. Hartford 2, Monterey Bay 1. As we play the 65th minute, neither team has subbed yet. Sent in, and Joe Farrell heads it over the goal.
How many times? All it takes, and it's a great delivery. They've clearly been working on this, and he knows. He looks to the heavens right now, and hopefully Guzman's okay. But that just needed the slightest glance. It's another brilliant delivery, and they're such a threat from these set plays.
Guzman remains on the pitch, and now they're calling for the head athletic trainer, Dr. Jessica Bendetti.
That's the area you want. Keeper comes out, he's in no man's land. He comes out like a T-Rex there with his arms by his side. I don't know what he's doing, the goalkeeper, Siaha.
He's a wanderer.
Yeah, but you want your goalkeeper to come out and to have a presence. And meanwhile, while we're looking at Guzman getting treatment, every single one of the Hartford players, with the exception of Michi Engalina, have come over to Brendan Burke. They're getting a word, getting some fluid.
Westfield Bank, proud to support Connecticut customers and communities and crowds cheering for Hartford Athletic. Westfield Bank, what better banking is all about. Online at westfieldbank.com.
Much improved Hartford tonight, isn't it?
Yes, much better. And night and day from the last home game where Brendan Burke was irate at his team's lack of effort in the first half.
Night and day from the start of the game, Joe.
Yep, exactly. I was going to leave that to you.
Yeah, okay, dad joke. But I said, first 10, 15 minutes, there was a different feel about this place tonight. Training's been good all week. It's a kind of, okay, right, what's happened in the past, you can't change it. But let's be more like the start of the season when they got the results, rather than recent games where they've looked a bit disheveled.
Siaha's goal kick will go to Ibero, who will touch it over the near touchline into the Hartford bench, where only the coaches and the trainer are sitting. Everybody else is warming up.
66 and a half minutes, not a single change up until the next few minutes, because they're going to get a double change from the visitors.
Played over the Hartford bench. Guzman back on the pitch. Looks like the first substitute for Monterey Bay will be the defender Grant Robinson, number 12. Started last week when Green was injured. Hodge drops it back to Farrell. Hartford just seems more connected this week, Mark.
Up until now, yes.
But there's still 33 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Chapman hits the paint, hits the turf, gets up, goes down. Foul called. Tenth foul on. Oh, yellow card. Moby Fair. Booked for the 4th time this season. The New York City native. He had an interesting path to the pros. He moved to Japan as an 8-year-old. He played 3 years in Vietnam and then played 2 more in Japan with SC Sagamihara. Then came back to this country. He's in his 3rd year at Monterey Bay. A team in its 3rd year of existence. Here's Engelina. Didn't have anywhere to go with it. Figured why not? Put it on goal. Putting it on goal, never a bad thing.
No, I don't think it's been an experiment. I don't think when you've got the 2 players, you can call it an experiment like Engelina and Beckford. I think it's worked tonight. The problem Hartford are going to have here is that Marcus Epps looks like he's got cramp. Whether or not he'll be able to complete the last 22 minutes or so remains to be seen. But we will get a change, and Samadia is going to come on for Hartford, and it looks like Epps' race is run, as is Jerry Ione, one of 2 players coming off, along with Walmer Martinez.
So Martinez will be replaced by Grant Robinson here in the 69th minute. And it's the youngster Xavi Nialati who will come in, and Jerry Ione will hit the sidelines. Chopped is proud to be an official catering partner of Hartford Athletic. Chop's mission is to make healthy eating exciting for all people. From classic cravings to seasonal collaborations, Chop offers salads, warm bowls, wraps, and more. Eat like an athlete with Chop.
I get a fright every week when you do that promo.
Why?
Chopped! I was like, whoa, jeez, where did that come from?
Want to wake people up. So Epps, who played well, will go to the sidelines for the Sierra Leone native Emmanuel Samadia, making his 7th appearance of the year. Epps gets a good round of applause, including from his coaching staff. Marcus has had a good work rate the last 3 weeks, 2 previous weeks coming off the bench. 2-1 Hartford, the goals by Engelina, the tied at 1 in the 33rd minute, and Beckford in the 50th minute. Adrian Rebelar, only goal for the visitors. Here's Chase Boone. Gives it to Donner. Gets it back. Here's Donner. Cuts to the middle. Sends it into the box. Header directed wide by Chase Boone, along with Mark Donaldson. Fresh off shooting 11 under at the PGA. I'm Jody Ambrosio. Sir Thomas of Stanwicks, our producer. Bobby Kaplan, who was part of a winning team at a charity golf event I was at this week. I didn't know Bobby Kaplan was a master of the links.
Oh, to be semi-retired charity golf, you get invited to them all, don't you?
This was just to MC. Well, I couldn't play. I can't play, literally, and figuratively. We were here doing some interviews.
Oh, that was the same day. Oh,
yeah.
Good on you being here. I like that.
Work comes first, my friend.
Yep.
Even at my advanced age, as Van Kizil goes over the back and commits the foul.
Yeah, it was kind of soft. Brendan Bart with both arms in the air down below us. A little look to the 4th official as if to say, really? I love his passion. Sometimes it goes too far, but you know what? Put us in that position.
You'd rather see somebody carry.
Right, you would.
Now Lara advances to Donner. Samadia pressures. Goes back to Baca. 2-1 Hartford in the 72nd minute. Before an excited crowd here to start this holiday weekend. Baca with space. Square to Lara. On the right, Donner. 1v1. Good job by Samadia. They're not buying any of Donner's fakes. Now, the foul is called.
But regardless of whether it is or it isn't, it's a needless challenge. You give a referee or an official a decision to make. It's the assistant, Justin Lopez, that flagged for that one. It's a needless challenge by Samaria. It's about discipline as well. It's about decision making.
So, a potentially dangerous opportunity in the 73rd minute to be taken by Grant Richardson, former star of George Mason in Virginia, the Patriots, Colonial Athletic Association. Started last week for the injured Kai Green. Talking to Justin Lopez.
I don't know what the issue is here.
Does he think Buckmaster isn't 10 yards back?
He's moved. Really?
Seriously.
Is that where we are now?
Apparently.
Don't spoil it.
Let's see what Richardson does with this direct. Up in the air. Barrow elevates. I'm sorry, it was Robinson, not Richardson. But Henan Hibero flying like a bird in the sky to swallow up that direct kick attempt. Slow the pace back for Hartford. Now, even though there's still plenty of time left, time and ally for Athletic.
Naturally, with a lead, you want to defend it. You're going to get a little bit deeper, but you've got the opportunity here with this attack to maintain your position on the field. Beverly McAgill just saying to him, okay, just wait. Tristan Hodge will take this. Let's get it forward. You don't want to start playing it back and inviting the opposition onto you.
Play toward Engelina. Hodge overrun. Foul called on Xavi Nialati, who started last week for the injured Tristan Traeger. Last year, Nialati, a member of San Diego Loyal, scored the tying and winning goals at Monterey Bay. Scored in the 90th minute and the 93rd minute to give the dear departed Loyal a win. Battling at the 18, Green wins the muscle tussle. Second ball put up in the air. Good hustle by Samadia. Here's Macangila, who got the start tonight for Marlon Hairston, who was unable to go. One touch by Van Kezil, who has the 2 assists. And that'll be another corner for Hartford. Their 7th of the match as we reach the 76th minute. The Performance Lab is an all-inclusive model that brings the latest technologies for pain relief, wellness, and mobility together under one roof. With one-on-one treatments and a customized approach to fit your needs, the Performance Lab will get you moving and feeling your best. Carried out by Siaha. Hartford maintains possession, or did, until Angelina couldn't control. Now we've got another sub set to come in. Michael Gonzalez, 23-year-old out of Fresno, who has not played in the last couple of games, comes in for the goal scorer, Adrian Revelar, who comes out in the 76th minute. Throw in front of the Hartford bench. The ball went over, I don't know if you saw that. The ball went over the touchline near the bench, and Brendan Burke was kind of like waving his hand at the fan of the stand saying, no, take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, that fan was sitting right in front of my next door neighbor who kind of was like, I want this one.
Played towards the box. Dangerous foot that side.
That's a foul. He's done a lot of good things, this referee, but he's had a couple of shockers as well.
Gonzalez in the high boot. Here's Donner. Racing near touch with Samadia. Bump shoulders. Plays it off Samadia. And it'll be a corner kick here in the 77th minute, the 5th of the night for the visitors from Monterey Bay.
It's always interesting with referees from different regions. And every region referees differently. You get away with more in certain parts of Europe than you do in others, and same with CONCACAF.
Ball went over the touchline, so it was a throw-in. Here's Guzman looking for Donner. Samadia gets there first. Kept in possession. Now Baca. Shot towards the goal. Volleyed out by Joe Farrell. Samadia settles. Long pass upfield for Engalina. 1v1 with Green. Tries to cut on it. Regains his footing. Plays in the middle for Chapman. Hartford linking up passes nicely here. Protecting the 2-1 lead. Now Buckmaster finds Chapman. The one touch. Good job by Hartford to keep possession there. Here's Van Kizil. Trips over the ball and taken away by Michael Gonzalez. Donner with plenty of room. Up the right side. Closing on him is Samadia. Switch it across to the far side. Moby Fair into the box. Hodge gets the head on it. Hartford wanted a handball on Gonzalez. Not called. Donner towards the box. Bakazil with a header. Samadia fights for the ball and gets it. Plays it for Engalina, but Lara steps in. Take possession away. Gonzalez. Far post, headed out of there by Buckmaster. Now Beckford, who right now has the go-ahead goal. Dispatches the defender. Tried to hit Engalina, but Green was there to knock it away. Good effort by Duchesne, who's leaning over, stretching out. He may be cramping.
No wonder. What an effort he's put in.
He's run a lot tonight. Hartford wants play stopped.
Yeah, not going to get play stopped. It's not a head knock. I think they want to condense the play a little bit more.
Here's Lara. Over to Donner. Here's Engalina with a sprint.
Too deep, Hartford.
Monterey Bay on the attack. And Ribeiro has to leap up on what was a little more difficult chance than it appeared.
That was a prime example. Romario Williams is about to come on. It could be for one of two because Duchesne Beckford's shattered, as is Michi and Galina. They put so much into this one. There was a prime example of Hartford winning the ball back for a spell, but before they gave it away, Jay Chapman was just too close to the defense. Someone's got to take the lead there and say, right, okay, whether it's the goalkeeper or whether it's Joe Farrell, someone's got to be able to push them out a little bit more because they can't get too deep, otherwise they'll get caught.
So as they attend to Duchesne Beckford, I can remind you that Holiday Inn Express Newington, conveniently located in the heart of the dining and shopping district of Newington on the Berlin Turnpike, Route 5/15. Whether you need one night or an extended stay, Holiday Inn Express will make your stay convenient and cost effective. So Beckford, who put in an outstanding work rate tonight, will be replaced by Romario Williams here in the 81st minute. Beckford getting his second goal of the year in the 50th minute to give Hartford this 2-1 advantage. Shots 13-5 in favor of Hartford. That's a pretty accurate description, Mark, of how Hartford has controlled the play.
It is. But there's still 8 and a bit minutes plus added time to go, and it's about keeping your positions. Don't get too deep. It's about quality of possession. It's about just bleeding the clock a little bit here. Take your time. 2-1 up. Take as long as you're allowed.
Pierce Galloway waiting to check in for Monterey Bay. Midfielder from Carmel, California.
Another gorgeous part of the world.
I was just going to say that. Hodge and Chapman on the near touchline. It's been a good game for Beverly Macangilla as well.
It has. I think it's a game that he needed because I haven't been overly impressed by his start to the season.
Giveaway, here's Boone against Farrell. Almost collides with Nalati. And the ball turned over. Here's Engelina with a lot of room to run and a lot of space. Engelina sprints towards the 18. Gets tripped from behind just before he gets to the box. Oh, Guzman playing with fire there. It'll be a dangerous direct for Hartford. Maybe from 21, 22 yards out.
Right, first thing, there's enough Monterey Bay defenders around whereby that is not a red card, clearly. But is it not a yellow? I mean,
it's like, looks like a union meeting of the USL players there.
So, go back to something that I said earlier about just because you win the ball doesn't mean it's not a foul if you catch the man first. Foul or clean?
So, Alex Lara has his night come to an end in the 44th minute. Pierce Galloway, who only played 4 minutes last Saturday at Loudon, will come into the match. That's it. Third substitution window. So Williams and Chapman from just outside the 18.
It's going to be Williams.
Mario Williams is going to take it.
I'd play this to Chapman.
Tries to drill it. Goes off the wall. It'll be a Hartford corner.
The reason I would have played that to Chapman, I think there's such a thing as being too close. It's very difficult to get a ball up and down from 19 yards out when you've got a wall that's on average about 6 feet tall, standing 10 yards away.
Joe Schmidt is going to draw into the match at the next possible opportunity for Hartford.
Now Macangilla's down with cramp. That, for me, tells you everything you need to know with him, with Beckford, about how much effort Hartford players have put into this one. No idea what Brendan Burke said pre-game, but if it was along the lines of don't leave anything out there, come back in, whether you've got cramp or whatever, that'll show me that you've done everything you can. There's a lot of players that'll sleep well tonight. We've put a lot into this game.
Including Beverly Macangilla, who will hobble off, and Joe Schmidt. Just his third game played this year. Played 45 minutes at home against San Antonio and saw 6 minutes in Lou City. So these are the 11s that will end the night.
Monterey Bay wanted to restart play, and Beverly Macangilla was still making his way off.
Tonight's Hartford Business Journal Business Alliance partner of the match, MCS Pro. 2-1 Hartford in the 86th minute. Boone gets a boot on it. Vladi keeps possession. Takes it back from Robinson. Chips it. Far post. Hodge. Oh, that's not a good play by Tristan Hodge there. Giving him a corner. Here in the 87th minute.
I'm always of the opinion that if you're not sure what's around you, answer the questions after you've done what you need to do.
Robinson will trigger from the left of Henan Hibero, looking for his First win for Athletic. Headed out of there by Farrell.
Brilliant header.
Galloway lets it go over the east touchline, so it'll be a throw-in. Monterey Bay chasing one here. Another corner.
Every Hartford player apart from Angelina inside the 18-yard box.
They play it short. Back heel shot. Great save by Hidbero, robbing Moby Fair of a potential game-tying goal. The keeper had come all the way up and now scurries back to get the pass. What a save.
I'm with you. I think the goalkeeper's got a touch on that one, and if he has, that is one of the saves of the season.
Monterey Bay pressing the issue. Farrell on defense.
Hopefully we get another chance to see that again, to see if there was a touch by Ribeiro or if it went directly onto the frame of the goal.
Another corner, 8th of the night. Monterey Bay desperately pressing for the game-tying goal. Play it out. Galloway chases it down. Plays it into the box. Samadia will start upfield. Here's Emmanuel. Plays it long upfield, intended. Oh, Williams taken down.
Just a yellow.
And Robinson gets a yellow. Boy, that could have been a red.
It's a sore one for Angelina.
Third yellow of the night for Monterey Bay. Michi Angelina is still down.
Look, it's not denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity, but again, it's a bit naughty.
Set him sprawling. And was more the hand on the back.
Yeah, it's a yellow, and you can argue it's a red. It's not. It's a yellow because of where it happened on the field of play. It's not a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Now we're getting cards thrown about all over the place. And 6 added minutes. I wondered how many were going to be added on.
I believe hearing it's going to be 6 minutes. So Romario Williams with his third yellow of the year.
Brendan Burke saying he wants it taken from about 10 yards further back. He's not the one with the whistle. Play continues.
Headed back towards the goal. Hibero bobbles, but goes to the ground to come up with it. So, Grignell Vineyard stoppage time, 6 minutes, separating Hartford from its 4th win of the year. Can they hang on? Because these last few minutes, Monterey Bay playing on their front foot. Here's Samadia. Up the left side, chips it across. Coming out to grab it is Siaha. Plays it far side. Here come the Seasiders. Played up ahead. 18 is Michael Gonzalez. Banks it off Angelina over the touchline. Space in the back. Green. Square to Grant Robinson. And the donor comes back. Chipped up ahead. Nobody there but Headed Hibero, and he will play it before it goes over the goal line. Never saw a replay on that one shot, but if Hibero got a piece of that, that's save of the year here in Trinity Health Stadium. Now Romario Williams, chased by Robinson, double team, goes down. And they say last touched by Romario. So it'll be a throw-in for Monterey Bay. They go home for a difficult 3-game homestand after this. Charleston, New Mexico, and Sacramento. New Mexico and Sacramento in the Final 8 of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. keeper all the way out near midfield to trigger the play. Here's Ribeiro.
That is outstanding. You come a long way. You've got no excuses if you don't make that catch. And if you make it, you're a hero.
Climbed over his own man, Jordan Scarlett, to corral that.
That's like a Hail Mary in the last minute of an NFL game. And the receiver comes up trumps for the QB.
Williams can't control. Quick throw in. Good header. Now here's Nialati. 1v1. Makes his move, gets free, shot is blocked. Banque Zil, who's been good offensively with 2 assists, had a big defensive play there. 3rd minute of 6 in stoppage time, or as we should say, at least 6. Galloway in the back. Donor is open. Cuts towards the middle. Gets to the 18. Goes down. Ball is free. Kicked away. Clear. Good job by Hartford that time. It should be a Hartford throw it, and it is. And then Ribeiro races up to give Jordan Scarlett a pat on the back. Jay Chapman was down for Hartford. He gets up. He's okay. Hartford came in 3-6. They only won 4 games all last year, and a win tonight, Mark, and they would exceed last year's win total at home, which was a scant 2. We got a yellow card for delay on Tristan Hodge in the 94th minute. And we'll do it again, which is fine for Hartford, right? Hartford desperately trying to hold the fort. That one off Engalina. It'll be a throw-in.
He just got caught by the elbow. I don't think it was meant, but he did get caught by Pierce Galloway. Oh, it's all happening. Goodness me.
Van Gaziel taken down at midfield by Guzman. Meanwhile, Engalina, who scored in the 33rd minute to even the match, up, and Michi appears to be okay, although he's got to be dead tired. He has put in quite a night on the front line. 5th minute of what is supposed to be 6 in stoppage time. Hartford in no hurry to initiate the ball back into play. Joe Farrell looks back towards Ribeiro. Sends it up ahead. Maury Donor gets it in the corner. Trapped by Samadio, gets called for the foul.
Long way to go in less than 60 seconds.
Siaha sends it up toward Galloway. Here's an open man in the box. Here's a chip. Oh,
wow.
Niaulate couldn't get a boot on it.
That is a huge let-off for Hartford. To allow yourself to have no cover on the right-hand side is inexcusable. A team with a bit better quality would have taken advantage there.
As you look at fans in the Liberty Bank Suites behind the south goal, maybe time for one play upfield. Ribeiro in no rush to do so, protecting the 2-1 advantage. Drills in middle of the field. One more chance. Scarlett will let Ribeiro field it on the goal line. We have reached full time, and this one belongs to Hartford.
That is their best win of the season. They put everything into that.
An outstanding effort by Hartford Athletic as Brendan Burke and Frank Yallop shake hands. The 5-game losing streak is a thing of the past. Hartford defeats Monterey Bay in full time 2-1. We'll come back and wrap it up next here on ESPN Plus, MyTV9, and WTNH.com.
Embrace the laid-back charm of island life while sinking your toes in the sand and discovering real, authentic Florida in the Bradenton area. Unspoiled beauty and pristine beaches, a vibrant waterfront downtown energized by local arts and culture, fresh Floridian cuisine with a flourish of rich history, and friendly locals ready to welcome you to this preserved paradise on Florida's Gulf Coast. Plan your visit today at BradentonGulfIslands.com.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Mark, a well-deserved 3 points for the home team tonight.
For the first time since the 6th of April, Brendan Burke and his team will taste what it's like to get all 3 points. Not all wins are the same. You only get 3 points for them in this league like most other leagues, but that one is special. That was needed. Friday night football in Hartford with a near sellout crowd. You want to put on a performance. They got that. They get all 3 points. It's deserved. That is a huge win for Hartford, Joe.
Adrian Rebelar for Monterey in the 18th minute, but then Michi Angelina in the 33rd minute, and Deshane Beckford, the game winner, in the 50th minute. Brendan Burke out